William Hill sponsors White vs Parker on Sky Sports Box Office.
Brilliant. Well, let's get to boxing. What did you make of the news, your old super middleweight division, the WBSS final between George Groves and Callum Smith looks to be heading to Jeddah in Saudi Arabia? What did you make of that bit of a left field move?
Yeah, I don't know. They might have been paid well to go out there. You know, the promoters have probably done some kind of deal with them on the outside of with a ticket deal. But the TV, obviously, we know where the TV's at with that one. It's a big fight. I'm looking forward to it. Groves, Callum Smith. When's that supposed to be? Because I've read that obviously Groves' shoulder's giving him more problems. I thought the fight was on, then back off, and now it's back on.
They were talking about late September, I believe, last time I heard.
All right, okay, late September. That probably suit Groves a bit better. No, it's a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. The fact that it's in Saudi Arabia, I don't think it matters. The boxing ring could be in Timbuktu for all I cared when I was fighting, as long as it's quite fair and neutral. But two Englishmen fighting for the world title for the super series final. So I can't see it being unfair. They're going out there for commercial reasons. There must be, but I wouldn't fancy it if I'm honest. I'd rather be in England or somewhere a bit closer to England.
Is it difficult for you knowing who you want to win? Because obviously you're quite close, or we were quite close with Callum Smith, but on the flip side, every time Groves takes a major scalp, it makes you look even better. You
know what? I'm not interested in making myself look better. I'm already up there, mate. Hall of Famer next year, hopefully. But no, you're right. Every time he wins and goes on to win, it does a little bit more for my legacy. But you know, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not interested in any of that. My career, I've had it. My career was fantastic. I retired on the top. And finished with no regrets on my terms. And not a lot of people can boast that. I just want all the best for both lads. It's unfortunate that Groves is injured because a shoulder injury is quite debilitating for a fighter. That rotator cuff. I mean, we've seen it in the past with fighters. When the shoulder goes, they're not quite the same as they ever was. So that's a problem and a shame for Groves. Hopefully he can make a full recovery. Callum Smith, real good talent. I like him. I like him as a person, but I also like him as a fighter. I think he's got a lot of attributes. He's tall, rangy, he boxes well, he's got that amateur pedigree. He can punch a bit as well with that left hook. His right hand's quite solid as well, I know from sparring him. And I think, you know, it's a very, very close fight that if you've got 100% George Groves, physically fit George Groves, I've got to edge him. I've got to edge it towards him just purely on world title experience and 12 rounds experience at top level. He boxed me twice. Badou Jacques, you know, that was a great fight, and then obviously he won the WBA world title, and it's on from there really. I think he's done himself proud, and he's stuck with the game, and there's a lot to admire about George Groves. You know, he's believed in himself and he's stuck with it. So it'd be a shame to see him now finish his career with an injury and not quite perform how he would expect himself to perform. But it's a close fight, injury or no injury. George Groves, Callum Smith is a pick 'em fight. I'd stick Groves a slight favourite on experience, but don't take my word for it, because what do I know?
Just before we let you go, we talked about shoulder injuries, Groves suffering at the moment. James DeGale recently had a shoulder injury and came back from that, maybe not as good as he was previously. Did you ever have any sort of problems with your shoulders? And what is it about boxing and physiology in the training that leads to shoulder problems?
I'm not so sure. I think it's unfortunate if you get a shoulder injury. My shoulder's always been okay. I've never really had a twinge or anything. I mean, it's all about the physical preparation, warming up the rotator cuff. A lot of people use TheraBands now, and they do these funny movements with the joints, with their arms sort of under stress as it's just rotating nice and slowly. But I think it's just unfortunate. If you look at the right hand that he threw Groves when he was fighting Chris Eubank Jr., it was an awkward shot, and he was tired, and he threw it awkward, and it's just one of them things that can happen. I mean, people rupture the cruciate ligament by stepping off a curb wrong. And it's a football injury, and it's usually a bit of a high-impact twisting injury. I did my cruciate ligament when I was fighting, sparring I did mine. Then I did it playing football, which wasn't good. But it's just unfortunate, and any sort of physical impairment for a fighter in such a high-impact sport is bad, but the shoulder being the worst. I don't think it's that common, a shoulder injury. It's one of them unfortunate injuries that, you know, Groves has picked up, and you can't really say why he's got it. He's quite explosive. He's a big puncher. He likes to work on speed, and when you're putting your body through that kind of, you know, that kind of pressure and asking it to do so much time and time again, then eventually you can just end up breaking down. And unfortunately for Groves, that's what's happened. Let's just hope he makes a full recovery and gives us a great fight. When's that fight again? September? End of September?
They're saying the end of September. It hasn't been confirmed the date yet, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Brilliant. Carl Froch, appreciate your time.
Pleasure.
William Hill sponsors White versus Parker on Sky Sports Box Office.